Hi there. Welcome back to James and James podcast, where we are talking about AEW and Double or Nothing. And the next one we're talking about is Christian Cage versus WARLOW, which there was some very exciting things going on in this match.
Yeah, that was a good match, I think. We saw a lot in that match, but with WARLOW and Christian, they basically faced off pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Christian is a veteran to ladder matches.
Yes.
I seen him back in the day, and him and Edge, always awesome in there. They did a lot against the Hardy Boys back in the day, so this was nothing for Christian Cage.
Yeah.
This was I can't say I seen a lot with WARLOW. That's because of me not watching AEW when it first came out, like I'm doing now. I'm watching it, but have you seen any WARLOW in any cage match? Not cage matches, but ladder matches. I'm talking about. No,
at least I started watching.
All right. So what I saying, I think you did pretty good.
Yeah, I think awesome.
So what are some key highlights that you liked about this match here?
Well, one of the highlights was towards the match. I think it was Arn Anderson, right?
Yeah.
He bites like towards his thumb.
Okay, hang on, stop. You're going to the end of the match already.
Well, that's like a key moment I got down.
All right. Is there anything before that? Anything that we need to talk about? How about we talk about how they use the ladders? Let's talk about how WARLOW uses the ladders.
All right.
Let's slow it down a little bit, because once you do that, you're going to talk about how he jumped off, right? And then boom, we're done. So, okay. So now with WARLOW, we just talked about how he was new. How do you think he did overall with the ladders?
I think he did pretty good in that match. But one thing I noticed in the match was the ladders were too short.
Yeah, a lot of them. You're right. A lot of them were short, because sometimes they would put them to get the belt, and even me and you were like,
because the ladders that were on the ramp, those were 10 feet, I think.
Yeah, those were long.
They should have used those on the ramp. That was a ringside.
Yeah, and because I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't do that though. Why didn't they put the longer ones in there? Which we know why later.
Yeah. Why
they didn't put the big ones closer there, but I think WARLOW as a new guy if it's new in AEW at a ladder match, I think he did pretty good. You know, he was able to take the hits pretty good.
Yeah. I
didn't see him bloody, so he must have protected himself right away. I'm sure he was hurting afterwards. But the way he attacked Christian, or Christian attacked him, I think WARLOW, held his own in there, and he was able to withstand not getting hurt. And Christian, of course, is a veteran, so he knew how to play the game. But did you notice the ladder when I think it was Christian put the ladder on the side from the ring to the ringside?
Yeah.
And the ref was telling everybody, hey, move out of the way or something, right? And who's the one who gets on there?
I think it was Christian, right?
No, WARLOW. WARLOW gets on there. WARLOW gets on there, and then I'm expecting something exciting to happen right there, right? Because we've seen a lot of WWE ladder matches, something always exciting. But WARLOW gets on there, and I'm not sure what he was going to do. He was going to jump or something, but Christian moves the ladder, right?
Yeah.
And what happens to WARLOW? He falls.
Oh, he falls. Yes. He falls, and man, his balls were
his manhood was questioned there. He was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Oh man."
And then later in the match, he was gonna do a move, and like, "Oh."
yeah, he was doing that.
So like he felt it for a long time.
But to me was okay. Well, all right. So, but they still had the ladder there for a while. So I'm like, okay, something exciting is gonna happen. But no, the referee just took it down, and that was it. I'm like. Oh.
Yeah,
like I was expecting something else, because in the starting the match, all there was just ladders there, and then they would do their thing. But like in ladder matches we've seen before, they put a ladder and they put one here, one there, and then they do all kinds of maneuvers and gimmicks. Yeah. Maybe because this was AEW, it's kind of new to these people, except for Christian. Christian could have orchestrated a little better or choreographed something to make it a little better, but WARLOW really made this match.
Yes.
So what else do you got for us about this? I mean, besides they held their own, so what else big exciting thing that we see in there?
What can I talk about? All right, well, let's start over.
So what else did you really see from there? What else is next?
Well, one thing from Arn Anderson was that when he came out with like Luchasaurus.
But okay. But yeah, because the other guy came out, right? What's his name? Luchasaurus?
Yeah, Luchasaurus, yeah.
That's the Chris's.
Yeah, friend, buddy. Remember?
But why did he come out? Was it because Kristen was out or something, probably on the side or something?
Yeah, I think so. And then after that, like Arn Anderson also comes out, right?
Yeah, he did.
And Luchasaurus was kind of fighting Arn Anderson, I think. Like they were like kind of like arguing with each other or something.
Yeah, because I think the Luchadors, whatever his name was going to do something. He was getting Warlow, or he did something to Warlow, and he's looking at Warlow, and Anderson's coming from behind him.
Yeah, to help Warlow out because he's going to do some move on him in the ring.
I don't know if he did something. He turned around, or like you said, they started fighting, and then what happened?
And Arn bites his thumb.
Yeah, he bites the guy's
thumb. He bites it pretty good.
Yeah, it shows it where it's kind of like move or like it's deformed or something.
It was bleeding a lot.
Yeah, I'm like, oh man.
Even the Arn's mouth was all bloody from his blood.
Well, and also from the guy's makeup. He's all black. Put black stuff on him all the time. So, so then they go to the side, right, or something. Yeah. They're both out, and then they start wrestling again using the ladders.
And the ladders, yeah. And I think it was Warlow, right? Yeah, he goes. He starts trying to climb the ladder. And then Arn sees him climbing the ladder, and he holds it down because that ladder was wobbly. Because it was so tall.
And then some other refs started holding the ladder.
It was 2 other refs holding it down. I think they should have got a ref on the other side where Warlow was climbing on.
So I guess when Anderson and Luchador were wrestling, I might get this wrong, but because somehow I think Warlow got Christian Cage on the table, right?
Yes.
All right, so Christian Cage on the table, Warlow's high on the ladder.
Yeah, but he's high. It's like 10 feet, I think, in the ladder.
I think it was longer than that. It really was longer than that. We'll see how high it was later on, but man, and he's on there, that ladder.
Yeah, right? And they're all holding it down. I think he jumps off. He does a swanton on. I think it was onto Luchasaurus. I think, right?
Was it Luchasaurus?
Because afterwards,
I thought it was Christian Cage.
No, because after he jumps on him, it is a swanton Luchasaurus. Christian's on the ringside. He's picking up his head.
Yeah,
right?
You're right.
His head's all like.
You're right. I did it all wrong. I'm sorry. Because that's what I was saying. Was it Christian Cage? Okay.
It was Luchasaurus.
All right, Luchasaurus. Okay, he lands on.
After he jumps, they put a camera to Chris the ringside, and his head's all like above the mat, like.
But he lands perfectly on him.
Yeah,
he did real good work. And then with the camera angle they had it, you could see how high he really was on there. And
Warlow is not the type of person to do that. Also, I don't think so, because he's not like a high flyer or anything either.
Yeah, he's not a little guy either. He's a big guy.
Yeah, and the swanton was kind of impressive too, for him to do a swanton.
But he did it perfectly. Yeah, man. That was one of the key moments, or the best moment of this whole card was that.
Yeah.
So he really sold that match, and that was pretty exciting to see.
Yeah, and Las Vegas also. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they go back, and Kristen and Warlow are
now in the ring.
They
start fighting it off. Trying to see what happens next in my notes.
Apparently Warlow goes up the ladder because he wins, right? Or
yeah,
something.
He wins right away. He jumps off, and then he goes inside the ring, jumps on the ladder, and wins.
Yeah, he must have done some big slam to Christian Cage, and then he just goes up and wins. So that was pretty good. And Warlow wins. I was pretty excited about it. Now, Warlow was already the champion, right?
Yes, he's been the champion.
So he retains his championship.
Yeah.
All right. Do you still think there's a feud between them, or do you think they move on? Because I know we ask these questions all the time.
Yeah, I think they got to move on. Start the next one.
I got to get more into that.
Because Warlow is the TNT champion.
All right. So we're going to see what's next for Warlow here. And next one we have is what? Who's next? Is that Toni Storm
versus Jamie Hayter? My favorite one. Jamie Hayter.
And Toni Storm walks out to the cage first, right?
Yeah, it was to the cage.
I'm sorry, the cage. Why did I say cage? All right, she walks to the ring first.
Yeah.
And then we're waiting for Hayter to come out, right?
Yeah, Jamie Hayter hits.
Jamie Hayter.
And it's like the music is playing for a long time. I'm like,
the music stops and then it restarts again. And Toni Storm's all like, what's going on? Like, come on, hurry up.
And I'm like, don't tell me they attacked her.
Yeah,
and of course, Ruby was the one carrying her out along with Saraya.
And they kind of like throw her outside or something.
And they start kicking her and attacking her.
Yeah, and then even Toni Storm comes out and starts working on her too.
Yeah.
And they finally get her into that ring.
Yeah, up to my nose. When they finally get into the ring and they start fighting, the match starts, right? And they start fighting. And I think that match was also pretty good also.
So one of the key points is that who's the one who says to take the turnbuckle off?
No one said it. It was Saraya just started cleaning it off by herself, I think.
Oh, by herself? She's
Yeah.
okay, I thought somebody told her to do it or something.
I think that was all her idea.
Okay, so then she turns that turnbuckle off, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is going to be one of those Brock Lesnar things when they're going to smash her head in there, then she's going to start bleeding from there. But then somebody comes out then, and it was
Barrett Breaker comes out first.
which I was excited because like, yeah, I'm a big fan of hers. She comes out. All right, and then she starts attacking Saraya, right?
Yeah, because Barrett attacks Saraya during the match. Yeah. To help Jamie, I think, because they're going to do that move on the turnbuckle.
Yeah, they're going to really get that. But did anybody get hit on that turnbuckle after all?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember much about this
But
one.
I think they start attacking Barrett, though. They start like dominating her again.
Yeah, they did.
And that's when her friend comes out, Hikaru Shida.
Okay. Yeah, she comes out. I remember that. And then she starts attacking who?
Saraya.
Saraya. So then it's just
help
Toni
out Britt.
Storm and Jamie Hayter now, right?
Yes.
But then something happens to Jamie Hayter, right? Or what does Toni Storm do?
Well, yeah, Jamie was the one that got hit in the turnbuckle, right?
Oh, so she did get hit.
Yeah, because
then.
remember you saying how she went into it by herself?
Oh, my. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. Okay, so it's Toni Storm, Jamie Hayter, right? They're there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think apparently maybe it must be scripted or something because Toni Storm was supposed to do something to Jamie Hayter, right?
Yeah.
Maybe push her. But she didn't even do it. Jamie Hayter just turned around and ran straight to the turnbuckle.
Yeah, by herself.
By herself. Toni Storm didn't even push her, didn't even put her hand on her. I'm like, she blotched all that one up. I'm like, I don't know, sure the audience caught it because I know I caught it. I'm like, I told him, like, she just ran into the turnbuckle by herself. Like, it just went straight in there. But did you see that happen or you didn't notice that?
No.
Oh, my God. I'm like, she literally did it by herself. She ran into the thing by herself. It's like me walking, I see a brick wall, and I just run to the brick wall. Like, nobody pushed me, I just did it. Well, anyway, so Jamie Hayter wins. Not
Yes.
Jamie Hayter. Toni Storm wins.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Toni Storm pins her.
And then she wins, and she's now the new champion.
All right, which I'm sure my friend Victor is pretty happy about that because he's a big fan of Toni Storm. So
I mean, we met her, actually, Toni Storm.
yeah, we did. We got her autographs
Yeah.
from her. I'm surprised you haven't put it on the wall yet, but
It's in my room, my one.
oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I gave mine to my friend Victor, so he liked. All right. So, what are your thoughts about this match? If you have anything that we missed, make sure you put in the comment section down below, and we're not going to get back to you.
Well, we are. They put a comment.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get back to you. Well, James will get back to you. Maybe I will too. I don't know. We don't know which James will be. And again, James will also have all our social media information down in the description down below. Don't forget to like this video, and like always, don't forget to subscribe.
Peace.